What's going on, guys? My name is Jack. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about why sound design is so important for 2018. And if you're not tuned into sound design, this is going to be some points. I just had to take off my headphones quick. But some points in favor of sound design and overall just exploring some examples and some key ideas. And I actually did go out and shoot some examples for this, so stay tuned for that. Some of the examples are pretty goddamn funny, to be honest. It was just messing about with some random ideas for sound design, but overall, let's get into the video. Now, sound design, I'm gonna give a brief summary of it quick. Sound design is crucial for all major video production, honestly. The films you watch, every single film, pretty much every piece of audio in that is completely fabricated, and it is, what's the word? Synthetic. I think that's the word, like fake type of thing like that. Obviously, it's all been put in afterwards in post-production to kind of create the most compelling, not only visual, but also sound element to whatever the project is. Now, all movies are using this. This is complete standard. And all directors who are really starting to incorporate this into their music videos, their edits, whatever type of video production you do, those edits are standing out heavily compared to the ones that aren't using sound design and are just doing visual-based stuff, right? Obviously, it's a video at the end of the day, but still. One of my favorite directors using sound design right now is Gibson Hazard. Gibson Hazard is a dope director. He does loads of hip-hop type of style stuff for a lot of different rappers, and he does some very effects-heavy edits. And whenever he's doing any type of effect where maybe it's going down a row of people or whatever like that, he's gonna have some swooshes, some swipes. Just nice sound effects in the background that are complementing whatever effect he's doing. And subconsciously, as people, we don't even realize this, but the most visually pleasing element in a video is when the audio and the visual are matching. And this is all subconscious. You might not even notice this is kind of like pleasing to you, but there's a reason why music video directors cut to the next scene on the beat rather than just anywhere, you know what I mean? Because that combination for us as humans, that sound mixed with the visual element, is so aesthetically pleasing. Not only aesthetically, but just inside that feels good, you know what I mean? And overall, that is a legendary combo. So let's get started with the sound design. I have a few examples, like I said earlier in this video, right? And these examples are exploring a few different areas of sound design, right? So the first one is the fact that sound design can not only be used to fully replace everything that's actually going on in whatever scene this is, which is the rarer case, to be honest, but usually sound design is thrown in there to amplify what is going on and to create more of a vibe. For example, here is a shot that we got of me walking on some leaves, a nice low down shot with the glide cam, and overall it's not the nicest audio. We didn't use a microphone or anything like that, and you can kind of hear a little bit of a wind hitting the camera and everything like that. Overall, the raw audio is not the nicest, but have a look. All right, there you go. That was that. I probably should have said have a listen, not a look, but that doesn't really matter. Now have a look when I've just actually gone in and replicated all the visuals, all the sounds rather, that I can hear inside of there, whether it be the little bit of wind, the kind of birds in the distance, and of course the feet crushing the leaves. And it is a much more rich sound than it was before, a much more in-depth kind of feeling than it was before. But have a listen now. So all that is fabricated. There's no original audio in there. I just went over and replicated all the sound effects that I could hear, and overall it creates more of like a cinematic feel. It's obviously in the headphones, it's gonna be more of a rich audio, like I said, and that definitely does it nicely. Moving on to something else would be, the next example I kind of did was of just breaking some kind of twigs and sticks and stuff like that. And this is also an example of getting that much more bassy, rich sound rather than that kind of a little bit soft, echoey kind of, not really powerful, kind of commanding sound that you would want from whatever scene you're doing. Boom, so I'm sure you're starting to see through these couple examples that just adding a little bit of sound design in there and just thinking about what key sound effects you can bring to the next level and just amp up by kind of just using a little bit of sound design in your edits. You know what I mean? This sort of little mini effect, which doesn't really take much time by just adding a little bit of sound design in there, honestly can take your edits to the next level in terms of feeling more cinematic, more commanding overall, playing on people's emotions a little bit more by actually kind of heightening their senses, right? All right, the next three are gonna be quite funny and jokey, and I wanna focus more on these ones by creating a mood and sound design actually really enabling you to create a mood. So here is the first shot. This is gonna be me running up to a tree, no music, no sound effects, no sound design, anything, just me running up to a tree. Boom. Quite basic, you know, not the greatest thing in the world. Say this was involved in some sort of movie trailer or something like that. This would be the rawest, most basic clip you could even imagine. However, let's see what we did, or let's see what it's looking like when I just go ahead and throw a nice cinematic track over it, and then also amplify those breathing noises with some sound design. And boom, right there. That is extremely amplified. It's definitely taken it up a notch. Now, the sound design, you can go a little bit too far with it sometimes by overdoing it. However, you really just have to mess around with it and find the right balance. But I got another couple of examples coming up. One of them is gonna be just a random bomb example. This is just me running up to the camera, doing some stupid face, and then running off. And obviously, it's not gonna look too good. Yeah, there you go. It looks hella goofy, hella weird. This is like one of the last clips we actually shot. I was just fucking around at this point. My face is mad funny on this clip, I can't lie. It actually made me laugh when I rewatched this. But the next clip now is gonna be this exact scenario, amplified with some sound design. And overall, I improvised with a little bit of sound design, but I think it's pretty funny. Check it out. And there you go, just by adding some explosion of sound effects and some more cinematic music, you can make this scene right here bring up a little bit more emotion, overall get you a little bit more into the edit, and it's much more compelling than the previous version. And finally, this last example is just going to be purely jokes. This one right here is just basically creating a scenario out of no scenario. So without further ado, this is a scene of me throwing a bottle backwards without any sound design. Yep, that was pretty boring, I know, but this is that same exact clip with some sound design. So much better, quite funny. That one actually made me laugh, to be fair, when I created it. But overall, that is just a few examples of the importance of sound design. Try and incorporate this stuff into your videos, guys, honestly. I don't know what type of video production you per se do. However, there's sound design you can apply to any type of project you're working on, whether it be a live event video, a music video, a wedding, even, you know, mad YouTube videos. Sound design is me throwing up little sound effects and the backing track that is behind this video probably right now. Overall, sound design is an extremely crucial part of the video production kind of process, and in 2018 it's becoming mandatory. I'm not gonna lie. In 2017 some of this stuff wasn't as mandatory. 2018 you got to be doing everything you can to stand out in this kind of vastly overpopulated industry now. Loads of people are joining up, loads of people think it's dope to start creating videos of certain sorts, and there's becoming even more pressure on the people who've been doing this for a long time to stand out. So sound design is definitely a way you're gonna do that. Thank you guys for watching the video. I've been ItsJackCole. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe. I upload video production themed videos just like this one all the time on my channel. So I hope I can see you in another video. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.